It is unlike anything else that's out there. It is pure cinema.
Dune was the most ambitious movie I ever done.
It's a whole new universe.
And there were numerous big-scale scenes, and I wanted to shoot as much as possible on camera.
When your director wants to keep it as grounded and practical as possible, that's a gift because it feels like you're able to feed off your environment, bring the scene to life.
Duncan!
I think people are going to be blown away.
Benny and I start with the illustration book so everybody knows what type of movie they're working on.
Patrice's artwork was incredibly influential. It has a size and the scale that we were after. So we built sets to the edges of the stages.
I just couldn't believe how massive they were.
I walked onto the stages, my jaw dropped.
Action!
The sets are exquisite.
And we had scenes out in the desert that Denis and I wanted this place to feel like you're opening the world up.
Because there is this amazing, crazy landscape that you will never believe that they are real.
Dune is a movie about nature, and it was very important for me to be as close as possible.
He knows exactly what he wants. He's loved this book since he was 14. He's had this movie in his mind his whole life.
So there's an aesthetic to this film that's just different.
Dune, for me, is a love letter to the big screen. And that's the way it was dreamed, that's the way it was designed, that's the way it was achieved, and that's the way I hope people will experience it.
I must not fear, for the fear is gone. Only I will remain. Denis Villeneuve has a grasp on character-driven narratives, small in scope or large in scope. Thanks to Frank Herbert, here's a story that's on that scale, but with characters and relationships and stories. You know, and these were the things that made me want to act.
There is no call we do not answer. There is no faith that we betray.
Dune is the story of the Atreides family that falls into the trap set by the Emperor, who is getting more and more jealous of their growing popularity.
House Atreides stands as a beacon where every other house in that galaxy is in reference to that, either as enemies or as friends. He wants to not only make sure that his people survive, but that his son is the kind of leader that he thinks he should be.
Paul Atreides is the son of Duke Leto and Lady Jessica. And my initial conversation with Denis was simply begging him to, be able to take part in the film.
The great houses look to us for leadership, and this threatens the Emperor.
Gurney Halleck and Duncan Idaho did feel like big brothers. They rib him, especially Jason.
He's the protector of the Atreides. I mean, he's definitely the head knight who watches over the family.
Sarkar!
I mean, that's his sworn duty. I mean, that's what any honorable knight, soldier does.
No! Duncan!
I mean, that's his family. That's who he bleeds for.
Gurney Halleck is a combat trainer, and he's a warrior.
Oh, man. Now fight!
He's a very strict but fun, visceral, paternal, maternal. He's all of those things to Paul.
Paul Atreides, you are your father's son. You are my son.
Lady Jessica is part of the Order of the Bene Gesserit. This order that she's a part of, we can say, make her perhaps the non-traditional partner to Duke Leto.
This group of women who carries enormous strength and power. They are bodyguards, they are fighters, they can read people. And this is what Jessica is having to deal with, being a mother, a lover, and this Bene Gesserit.
How can the Emperor take everything we've built and give it to that Duke?
When is a gift not a gift?
Every movie needs its bad guys, and the Harkonnens are the old ancestral enemies of the Atreides.
The Harkonnen have been a very dark, sadistic family in this galaxy.
Frank Herbert created a very powerful character into Baron Vladimir Harkonnen.
He just shows up and then his shadow looms throughout the film. He's the cause of many people's death.
He feeds off of fear, he feeds off of pain. He's a vicious, sadistic person.
Now squeeze, Rabbit. Squeeze hard.
Yes, Uncle. And the vermin.
Kill them all.
The Fremen are native tribes. People living in the deep desert. They had the capacity to adapt to the toughest environment. Deep heat, massive sandstorm, dangerous predators all around.
Stilgar